We interrupt this program to bring you
Nick
All right, everybody, it's time. It's the real cage match. We're going to have Adaptation facing off against Face Off in this Nicolas Cage match series. Face Off about Nicolas Cage, who trades faces with John Travolta, playing dual roles, and then Adaptation, where he plays screenwriter Charlie Kaufman and his non-existent but existence for movie purposes twin brother Donald Kaufman, where they write a script together. 4 performances total from Nicolas Cage in 2 very different movies. I can't wait to hear where you guys stand. John, I'm going to pick on you first today. What are you thinking? What are you leaning towards as being the Cagiest film out of the 2?
This one's a hard one for me because Adaptation, he's kind of got like 2 roles in that movie, but in Face Off, he's kind of not playing himself, but playing another character.
Right, and they're 2 different movies. That's just very hard. I mean, one's arguably a good movie, and the other's arguably a mediocre to meh kind of movie.
Yeah.
Right? And it's
I think I almost
art or action.
Yeah, I almost lean towards Face Off a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm not sure yet.
You're not sure yet, so you want me to come back to you? You want to ponder it a little bit?
I would like to ponder this.
All right.
Yes.
All right, copping out there early. I see how it is. All right, Adam, next victim here. What are you thinking, man? It's hard.
It is. It's absolutely. I think, though, after seeing both of them, I decided I want to give it to Adaptation.
Okay.
Just because of the fact that when I was younger and I saw The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan, and I was like, wow, Lindsay Lohan, she's got a twin sister. Like, holy crap. I was convinced. Had I not known who Nicolas Cage was, I would absolutely be convinced again that he had a twin brother.
Right.
Just for that fact alone, I'm going to give it to Adaptation.
That is a sound reasoning if I've ever heard one in my entire life for a movie, and I wasn't even going to go with that approach. So
thank you.
Oh man, you're kind of winning me over with this. And I'm on the fence though right now. I'm on the fence, so I haven't picked anything. But all right, so we got one for Adaptation. John's still undecided in the corner over there. Julie, what are you thinking? I mean, I think I know where you're leaning, but I'm curious.
I agree with Adam, and I'm going with Adaptation. I thought the same exact thing about Lindsay Lohan. Like when I found out that she wasn't, I was like, what? She isn't a twin? Are you kidding? And even when we were watching this, I was like, man, that must be so annoying to film these dual roles because you literally have to film the scene twice from a different perspective.
Right.
And he just did such a good job. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of Nick Cage in this movie. He did a great job. Awesome performance. Interesting movie. It's a movie that gets you thinking, a movie that you can talk about. I really enjoyed it.
You know, it's funny you bring up the whole twin thing because I always thought, and I'm going to sound real stupid, so I can't believe I'm going to admit this on our YouTube channel here. I thought Mary Kate and Ashley, I thought they were one person. I didn't know they were twins. I thought, oh, Mary Kate Ashley Olsen. I thought it was like Mary Kate Ashley Olsen. Not Mary Kate and Ashley
I could
Olsen.
see that. I
used to think that, and I was like, oh, they're just one girl's playing 2. That's pretty clever.
Well, it makes sense.
They were twins.
This Full House, it was just Michelle. It was just the one. So, they took the 2 twins to play one.
Because I'm like,
role.
Mary Kate's 2 names, so maybe she just has like 3 names. I mean, it's not that weird, right? I mean, maybe it's just like her. I don't know. I'm a kid. What do I know? I'm stupid. I didn't know anything. Okay, so cut me some slack. All right, cut me some slack. All right, so we got 2 for Adaptation right here. So are you guys pretty firm right now? I don't know. I'm gonna have to try and do I have to
solid?
All right, you're pretty.
Yeah, I'm pretty solid.
All right, so let's talk. Let me talk for a moment, and then I'm gonna bounce back to John over here because God, who knows if we're gonna have another wheel. Face Off. We had this conversation earlier when we did this series where we said, what movie was I gonna go and remember down the line? Face Off is that movie for sure. Right? I think I'm going to remember Face Off more than I'm going to remember Adaptation. However, the fact that Nicolas Cage gives such a goddamn good performance in Adaptation, I really just can't ignore it, to be honest with you. Like, as much as I think Face Off is a fun, great time to some extent, especially with him and John Travolta interacting with one another and the over-the-top ridiculous shootout in like a church with doves flying everywhere and a boat chase scene. And, again, we could talk for hours about all the action scenes, but it's weird that you would think a movie that is as memorable action as Face Off would be, I do think Adaptation's just that much better of a film that I would like to remember. The performances were spectacular in that movie. I think in terms of the Cagiest, maybe it's not the most insane thing, but it also is at the same time from Nicolas Cage, because who else would play a screenwriter with an imaginary brother who's not imaginary of an adaptation of an adaptation of an adaptation? Only Nicolas Cage would do something that insane, and that kind of embodies his career for me. Yeah, I mean, we're going to remember some of his like crazier performances like Vampire's Kiss and The Rock and some of the other movies that we're going to be discussing sooner, but I think Adaptation kind of best embodies Nicolas Cage's career with what he's trying to do, being zany, but also making really what is true art. Not the art where it's like a meme and we're all making fun of it, but the art where it's memorable for how crazy it is, but it has a lot of soul to it. And I think that's what Adaptation really is for me. I think it really is a great time. And I'm going to actually nominate Adaptation to move forward in this bracket. I'm with you guys on this one. John, you're the only standout here. We got 3 for Adaptation. Where are you standing, my friend?
I'll just go with Face Off to be different.
Well, you're outnumbered, so it doesn't really matter, I guess, at this point, right?
No.
I had the wheel ready and everything. Kevin, you had me nervous.
I did have you nervous. But again, it's one of those things. The more I reflect on it, the more I think just Adaptation is just a better symbol of what Nicolas Cage's career is to me. I don't know if it'll stand up to some other movies that are on this list when we get to what being a Nicolas Cage movie really is. But at this point in time, with what it's up against, Adaptation all the way. So is that where we're standing at, everyone? 3. So we got, all right, votes are locked in. Adaptation's gonna blow away Face Off.
Can't believe I got shot. Isn't that fucked up? Shut up. Stop laughing.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us for an episode of the Real Cage Match Bracket Series. Coming up next is some interesting films. We do have National Treasure, which is taking on Ghost Rider, I believe. Is that I want to make sure I'm saying that rightly before I look at this. Yeah, that should be the next series. And then coming after that is, hold on, I don't know my own series. This is terrible. We have Wicker Man versus Willy's Wonderland, and then Mandy versus Color Out of Space. Some more modern Nicolas Cage movies, which should be interesting to talk about as well. But till the next video, thank you guys for joining us for this episode. We'll catch you next time.
If you guys like what you've seen here today, consider giving this video a like and leaving your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to stay up to date with everything Real Movie Guys related, make sure to hit that subscribe button and check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And don't forget, all you audio listeners at home, we are available on many podcasting platforms. Just search The Real Movie Guys, you should pop right up. Thank you again all so much for joining us on this episode of The Real Review. We are The Real Movie Guys. Real guys, real movies, real thoughts. Catch you next time.